Ish. Sorry. Still trying to set up. Let me move that there so you're not staring at my crotch while I'm doing this. Oh my god. Get this. Come on. iPad. Oop, nope. Music. You stop asking me to rate the music app. Okay? Oh no. Okay. Or not. Oh no. Okay. Or not. Son of a. So I can't. Oh no. Okay. No, not okay. Okay, well, no music, I guess, because I was going to play music from my iPad, but I can't with YouTube open. Sorry, I keep bumping that with my butt. Okay, move this stuff. Knock everybody over when I slide the table forward. Okay. Oh my gosh. Please stop falling. Thank you. That is appreciated. Okay. Are you going to stand or no? Maybe. Nope. Your ankles are too loose. That sucks. It's fine for my usual display because got it in a display case and it's leaning against the back, but then it's hang on. Also, the position I'm in to do this is very painful. Pull up the music on YouTube, but it's only an hour long. There's no way to. Come on. There's no way to put it on repeat. That's what I was trying to say. See, and then there's an ad. No, not sponsored. You sack of crap. 22-second ad, man. Eat poop. Is there anybody even here? Says a second person other than my iPad, so. Now I'm out of breath because I'm fat. All right. Rewind to the beginning because otherwise then I lose 7 minutes. All right, so I got to keep this stream under an hour. Okay. Camera, frame. And then, okay. Everybody falls. So I move the, oh, jeez, don't do that. Move the table forward. Sorry, as I stick my face in the camera. Okay, well, that's as far as it'll go. So, hi, Homer. Ooh, excuse me. I just had dinner. I was like, I'll eat after. I was like, well, if it, even if it goes short, then I'm not eating dinner till like 7:30, 8 o'clock. And we all know that I can't keep it short. So then stupid me realized this at like 6:15 instead of, 5:30, 5:45. So I'm like, dinner. Okay. Yellow. TENIME here. Before I get started, I don't have a sponsor, but not I don't want to say kind of. It's not really, it's not at all. So it's difficult to draw the thumbnail when I don't have the box. And when something is brand new and hasn't been released yet, I'm like, okay, well, I have to wait until I get the box to draw the thumbnail, and which stinks for edited videos because then I gotta do the thumbnail, then film, and then edit, and then upload. And it's especially worrying for live streams because then I have to make sure that the thumbnail is done, A, before the live stream, but also B, when I like schedule the live stream. And because YouTube is weird about thumbnail size, dimensions, pixels, file size, look at the camera, not yourself. A self-consciousness, not narcissism. The best way to get the highest resolution of thumbnail is by uploading it from my iPad when I make the stream placeholder. So the thumbnail needs to be done. So when I got, and Mezco took my money months ago and then finally sent me a shipping notice like 2 weeks ago, and then nothing, there was no movement until literally yesterday when I got notification from UPS saying, oh, hey, by the way, this is going to show up on Saturday. So I'm like, okay, well, can't go to my mom's on Saturday then, because on the off chance that UPS needed a signature. So I'm going to go see my mom tomorrow. And I was like, well, I wanted to do a live stream. So I was like, great. Well, now I need the thumbnail done now. But I won't have the box until Saturday. So I went on eBay to see if anybody had it yet. And of course, there's a lot of stock images of people trying to sell pre-orders. But there was one store, and it's a store, not a reseller. This person got them at whatever retailers like Entertainment Earth or Big Bad Toy Store or Nerdzoic, not sponsored. So they got them at the price that the bigger online stores get them for, so they can then sell them at MSRP. So, and he had photos of the actual box. So I messaged him. I'm like, hey, weird question. I won't be purchasing from you because I already paid Mezco directly. Could you take some pictures of the box for me? So, and in exchange, I'll shout out your store on my stream. So, thank you to Howard from Howard's Oh, shoot, I had it. Howard's Collectible Media. Hang on. Let's look at the description here. Howard's Collectible Media. The link to his listing for this figure, for MSRP, free shipping, and it even says that estimated delivery, at least from him in New York to me in Chicago, would be Tuesday, which is pretty good. So yeah, and he's got these available. So if you like the looks of this figure from my review and you want to go buy one of your own, please click the link in my description and go buy it from Howard, because Howard helped me out with pictures for the thumbnail. So thank you, Howard. I very much appreciate it. I will be looking at the, I mean, you clicked on it, so you already know, like I pointed this out in one of my intros for one of my edited videos that I filmed recently and haven't filmed after the intro. So I don't even really have anything to edit. I have the intro, but I pointed out in the intro that I'm like, it's like, why am I trying to keep this a surprise? You saw the thumbnail, you saw the video title, and you clicked on it, so you already know what it is. So it's the Mezco 1/12 Collective. This just says Damien Leone's Terrifier. Art the Clown. So we will be taking a look at that. My shirt is Ice Nine Kills, a work of art. My favorite band. And then the camera. Oh no, I can see people. Zoom in. Zoom. No. Zoom in. Okay. You also see the backdrop coming up. The Terrifier, the animated series picture that I drew, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago, with Hawk, Wonder Girl, Sienna, and obviously Joker art, is now available on merch in my Threadless store. So that link is also already in the description. And apparently, I have a Labor Day sale. I mean, it's the whole Threadless site, so it's not just me. But if you would like this from me, you can please get it on sale. So here is the sale details. I can't brain today, I guess, for some reason. So $12.50 regular fitted and classic tees. 40% off everything else. So if you want this on a beach towel, it should be 40% off. So, and the sale ends Tuesday at 5 p.m., which is weird. a whole week and a day, but not a full day after Labor Day. So Labor Day sale, Terrifier the animated series. Of course, it's listed in my Threadless shop as Sienna the animated series because, I'm trying to avoid copyright takedown requests, but the link is in the description. So, all right, let us. Nope, the tripod's already as far as it can go. So I was going to pull the table closer to me, but I can't do that. So I have a slight concern. The thumbnail might look a little wonky because I didn't want Howard defacing a sellable product just to send me pictures. So, like, the fact that he was willing was great enough, take it as it is. But then there's the matter of this sticker. So on my thumbnail, I just kind of continued the blood splatter, but I didn't leave a whole lot of holes. So it's just like solid red there in the corner. And I was like, oh, well, once I get this open, I can finish up the thumbnail and re-upload it. And then I realized that sticker's not on the outside. Is that on the box itself? And luckily, Threeps was like, maybe they made it a material that is easy to peel off without damaging the box, which I hope. Because otherwise, that's kind of crappy that Oh, it's on plastic. That's awesome. Okay. Good. So I don't have to worry about. So it's just, you know, don't let kids eat batteries. Little parenting tip. Make sure your kids don't eat batteries. So yeah, there's a little more detail in the splatter than I left on my thumbnail. So, but and then the problem again is like, okay, well, if I try and change it, and if I upload it from anywhere else, even if I upload it from my iPad, it's going to be so much worse quality. So I'd still like people to, you know, see a nice thumbnail when they click my videos. But we have nice matte finish. I'm almost positive that this is the figure itself because just the stitching looks a little large. The eyes and the teeth and the tongue, like, it doesn't look like David in makeup. It looks like an action figure head. So nothing wrong with that. You know, you're showing the product that's inside the box. So why not? We got the logo in shiny. I forgot when I was looking up the font for my TENIME self-portrait. I found out that I think he used the font from Texas Chainsaw. That's not the Halloween font. It's not Friday. It's not Nightmare. So yeah. So this might be the font from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And then we have the Mezco 1/12 Collective logo also in shiny on the mat. We have the same picture of the figure, just goes down a little further on that side. We have one of the alternate heads on the top. More Terrifier on the bottom. Ages 18 and up. Not a toy for children, intended for adult collectors only. Choking hazard barcode. I don't know if that will help you, but I'll give it to you anyways. Anyways is not a word. Picture of the figure and all of his accessories. And then some glamour shots. The severed head of the pizza shop owner from the first movie lights up like a jack-o'-lantern. Yep. Box is opening at the bottom already. No tape at the top either, so let us get this open. Oh, wait, actually, I wanted to... So, on top of the box, I noticed what looked like a condom wrapper. It's about the size, too. A Magnum. With this M here, I'm like, why is Mezco sending me condoms? And then it says micromezets. At least I think it's supposed to be micromezets because typo, that doesn't say micro, Mez. That says Mirko. I haven't recorded my review for the Kyoto Revoltech My Hero Academia Mirko figure yet. So, but I didn't order these, so I'm assuming it's a free gift. So I thought I would open them up. Reap said he already knows what's in here, but he wanted to leave me for the surprise on camera. So Mezets are Mezco's own little, minifigures. That's cool. A little blank. If you want to customize that, you can. There's another one in here. Oop. We have a helmet, which looks suspiciously like a Lego helmet. Okay. Actually, let's see what's the front, what's the back. Okay. Nope. I was gonna say it kind of stays on well, but apparently not. And then there's something else. I thought it felt like there's little cowboy pistol. Hang on. Put it in his hand. I'll bring it closer to the camera. That's cute. And then I'm wondering with the weird like manila color, although manila, and it's not that weird like lemon lime color. I was gonna say I wonder if it's glow in the dark, but so yeah. So then got a ball joint up at top, and popped his leg out, and he dropped his gun. So we got leg swivel, arm swivel. Not a whole lot of movement out of the head, so maybe just swivel. We have a waist swivel. It's pretty cool. So that is tiny. That is not what she said. My mom's not going to watch this about a violent serial killer clown covered in blood. So get the measuring tape out, and that is, wow. That is like just over an inch. That is crazy small. Mini-mates are 2 inches. Lego figures, I'd say they're somewhere. Well, we'll find out with comparisons. So, but yeah, that's teeny tiny. But let's get to the real star of the show, Mr. Bartholomew. Art isn't short for Bartholomew. Art would be short for Arthur. Art is a work of art. Ah, he said the thing. He said the thing. Flip the camera back around. Watch me open it. Nothing in there. Likely not going to keep the box. I've shown this before. I'll show it in front of the camera. We have the effects instructions. Again, I'll show everything in front of the camera. I'm not, I'm not stupid. I'm pretty stupid, but I try to be informative with my videos, so I will 100%. We got the typical Mezco stand, pretty nice. I just figured out how to do the peg, so I will show you that on camera because I could not figure out how to do it with Bartholomew Vex or the Turtles or Casey or Ghostface. So I now know how to do it, and I will show you on camera. There's the arm. It's a little loose. I don't see me using this for art. I mean, it doesn't do a whole lot of aerial acrobatics, and it's a really long arm just to help him stand. Like, but it's nice to have because I can always use it for other figures. I mean, heck, you can see them. Are these Mafex stands? I think. I never use these stands with the figures they come with. I use them for every other. Although if they're a flying character like Superman or Homelander, then yes, I do use the stand the figure came with. But we have a nice little Mezco bag for the accessories. Again, I had said in, was it my Mafex Eradicator video where I was like, I used to dislike these bags, but I have since realized how stupid that was and come to love them. Accessories. Ooh, not taped. A little difficult to pop apart. I don't want to lose anything. We have his Cato Ninetails. We have we all know that when I pre-order stuff, I look at the accessories there, and then I forget about what the figures come with. Because I have a bad memory, and why would I constantly check back? You know? But garbage bags. Fill one up with his weapons stuff. Garbage day. We got some. Come on. Not my first blood effects. I want to say some came with Ghostface, right? Well, you own that one now, so how can you forget that now? Because I don't display Ghostface with the blood effects. So, yeah, I'll show you on camera. I mean, it is on camera, but you know what I mean. The higher res, not backwards. So I got Art's little glasses, which apparently are being sold at Spirit Halloween. So I may need to go grab a pair. I got his table leg with the pointy bits that he gets used against him. Well, he gets his Cat of Nine Tails used against him in 2 as well. Come on. The neat, awesome, like little flamethrower thingy that he uses in 2 at the Clown Cafe. My Instagram post for this stream uses that part of the Ice Nine Kills song. If you didn't know, if you were familiar with the Ice Nine Kills song, a work of art, and familiar with Terrifier and the song The Clown Cafe, the bridge in work of art is not only sung by the Clown Cafe girl, Leah Voicey, but it's the same melody. The lyrics are just changed. So some of the lyrics from the actual song are actually the description for the my Threadless merch page. I got got the pizza shop owner's head. Threeps said that the box would arrive, but there wouldn't be an art figure inside. It would just be a bag of poop and gristle. That would definitely be an art thing to do. Oh, kicking myself because I finished that Terrifier the Animated Series picture forever ago. Like, if I say months ago, that makes me think that it was just a couple. No, it was like last quarter. And it was done. And what I should have done, so my awesome friend Bates took me to Flashback Chicago Horror Con the weekend before my birthday because I really wanted to meet YouTubers Dead Meat James and Chelsea. But couldn't afford a ticket in, and then couldn't really afford to meet anybody there. I managed to scrounge together the money to meet them, so that I was very grateful for that. And grateful for Bates to get my ticket and get me into the convention. I just had to pick them up and drop them back off, and they got me into the con, and we hung out all day, and they bought me dinner at that awesome barbecue place across from Donald E. Stevens. And almost the entire cast of the Terrifier trilogy so far, because 4 is coming, and 4 will be the last chapter. So it will be a quadrilogy, but is not yet because it's not out yet. But almost the entire cast was there, like Victoria and Jonathan and Sienna and why am I blanking on the college couple from 3? But then Sienna's aunt and Gabby and the mom from the opening of Terrifier 3. I got a high five from her because I told her that she had the best scream in all of horror, and it gave me chills, which doesn't happen. Not that I'm not scared by the horror movies, but like, you know, with slashers, it's more I'm watching for fun. It makes me, I guess I'm a pretty sick guy. But like, yeah, Chrissy Fox, her scream in that opening is just, it is bone chilling. So I told her, and like, she was like, oh my gosh, that's so nice. And she gave me a high five, and I chatted with Gabby a little bit. David was not at his table when I walked past a couple times. And Lauren Lavera, lovely Lauren Lavera, Sienna Shaw, best final girl in all of horror. Her line was probably the longest of anyone's there. And Robert Englund and oh no, I'm blank. No. How dare I disrespect him by blanking on his name? Kane Hodder. Holy crap. I apologize, Kane. Yeah. Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger did not have as long of lines as Sienna Shaw. What was funny is Bates and I were chilling at Red Bar at the Rosemont Hyatt, if you've ever been there for a convention. And we were like sitting in those seats like by the glass, and then on the other side of the glass is just the drop down, you know, escalators are over there, and then the elevators and whatnot. And the whole convention, there was just so many art cosplayers and Pale Girl cosplayers. And so from the executive wing, which you don't have to be like a high roller to get, like I've stayed in rooms in the executive wing of Hyatt, and they're not expensive. It's just, you know, it's it's set off easier to get to than like the main rooms. But so coming from that direction, I see a Santa art and a little pale girl. She's a little tall though. And they've got an entourage, and I'm sitting there going, I know for a fact before the convention started, it had been advertised that you could get photo ops with not only David Howard Thornton as Art the Clown, but also, Victoria. I apologize. I cannot remember the actress's name at the moment. But you could get photo ops with them in full prosthetic makeup. And, you know, Damien was there. So seeing the entourage, and then seeing a gentleman in a blue teal baseball cap following behind them, I'm like, if that dude in the teal baseball cap is Damien Leone, then that is David Howard Thornton, and that is the girl who played the little pale girl in Terrifier 2. Again, I apologize for not remembering your name. And she was taller because, you know, we age. So she was a child in Terrifier 2, and that was a while ago. So she is likely in her teens, hence the growth spurt. As they got closer, one of the things that is not disabled about me is my eyesight. I have really good eyesight. So as they got a little closer to the escalators, I noticed is like that dude in the teal hat is Damien Leone. So that means that Art the Clown is David Howard Thornton. That is Art the Clown. So they head down the escalator, and I take a picture with my cell phone. And so David sees me. So Art the Clown, the Art the Clown, looks over at me, notices I'm taking his picture. He waves at me, and I wave back, and then he flips me off with a scowl. And I lost it. It was so funny. So Art the Clown flipped me off, and it was great. But so what I was kicking myself for is when I went to FedEx office to print up the dead meat piece that I drew for James and Chelsea, even knowing that I couldn't afford to get an autograph or picture. I'm not an autograph person. I like pictures with the people. But even though I knew I couldn't afford to get a picture with David or Lauren, I still could have and should have got in their lines to give them the drawing of my Terrifier the animated series. And I didn't think about that because I was too concentrating on, oh, well, I can't get a picture with them, so I'm just not even going to attempt to, meet them or say hi. And it's like, didn't cost me any money to get a high five from Chrissy Fox. It didn't cost me any money to talk to Gabby. I apologize for not remembering your name either, but yeah, so I should have printed up that picture. Hopefully they come back to Chicago again soon. And I'm going to, even if I can't afford to get a picture with them, I'm going to print up my art and give it to them. So I saw Lauren Levera at her table. And then when Bates and I were sitting in the couches around the elevators in the Hyatt, Lauren and I, assuming her partner, walked past us. So I was in close vicinity of Lauren Levera, and then David Howard Thornton waved at me and then flipped me off. Which I have heard that he is like the nicest person ever. So obviously if he's in makeup, he's going to be in character, but like out of makeup, I've heard he's the nicest person ever. And I would love to meet him because he does seem like the nicest person ever. And so far, the nicest celebrity I've ever met has been Doug Jones, who famously portrays every awesome, tall, skinny character in Hollywood, especially if it's a Guillermo del Toro movie. He was Abe Sapien in both Del Toro Hellboys. He was the amphibian man in Shape of Water. He was the Angel of Death in Hellboy 2. He was at least one, if not multiple, ghosts in Crimson Peak. Underrated, highly underrated movie. But this is not a review. Anyway, I want to meet David Howard Thornton. I like nice people. The people I did talk with were really nice. James and Chelsea were awesome. Gabby was really nice. She chatted with me a little bit. Chrissy Fox was awesome. Sienna's aunt was also there, but she was busy on her phone. That's not a criticism or a complaint. She was busy, and I did not want to bother her. But her table was next to Gabby's, so quote unquote mother and daughter were sitting next to each other, and it was fun. I would like to go back. Got to see my friend Kat, and not my trivia host bestie Kat. But I got to see Kat and her partner Frankie. And he was really awesome. I'd never met him before, but he was really cool. And then, okay. So, first of all, we're 40 minutes in, and I haven't got to the figure yet. Typical TENIME live stream. 112 Collective Pose Play Display. I'm not going to read it to you. If you would like to pause once this has been uploaded after the live stream and read it, you are welcome to do that. There you go. And then we have the effects. where and how to put the blood splatter, decapitated head, battery. Okay, let's try that out. So the hairpiece comes off. Haha. And then, I don't know if you can see that. I think it's too bright in here. There we go. Remember, kids, don't eat these batteries. Oh, no. Okay. That's how you act. So I don't have to take the hairpiece off every time if I want to activate it. You just push in the top of the head. That's awesome. The pizza owner's head, and kind of looks like the lights are like flickering a little. Yeah, they're flickering. That's so great. Because Art makes a jack-o'-lantern out of him in the first movie. Leaves his head on the counter. And then to turn it off, push down in the hair. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. What do I want to show you next? The stand. So nice. I love this like weird like scratchy texture that they use for the inner circle, but then like the font is slightly different. Actually, no, just the Damien Leone part that's awesome. Oh, and then you got the glossy on the outside. Just the whole thing is glossy. So, because I tried to like push that out with my fingers in all my other Mezco 112 videos and couldn't do it, and was scared to. Oh, come on. I just did it with the Ninja Turtle ones, and it wasn't that hard or scary. There we go. Ah, jeez. Someone else fell. So yeah. So and then you use the bottom of the arm to push the peg out, and then you pull it back out, and then you can plug it in there. So it goes all the way down. However, the middle only does a little past 90, and then the top just does a little past 90. This comes off and it rotates, and then you get the little pinchers. Sorry, the screws, you can tighten them, which is nice. I always say I love that about the Mafex ones. But then I also, so you've noticed this is a little loose. So if I was going to put a figure on this, or if I end up using this to put a figure on it, I would definitely tighten those up before doing so. All right, stand, arm, accessories. So we got 2 garbage bags. It kind of feels like an actual garbage bag. It doesn't come with enough stuff to like fill it up, but I will put everything in there just to see how full I can get it. And then it comes an extra, which is nice. I'm going to keep this unmolested. Not that I'm going to molest this one later, but we have the nice Mezco 112 collective bag. You can write the character's name on there in Sharpie, and you can keep all their accessories in there and not lose them. But may just end up keeping the accessories in the garbage bag just to keep it full. So, what do we want to look at first? Because I always forget. I forget just because I kind of don't want to do it. Tape measure. Because that's why I use so many different lines of figures in my comparisons. I figured that's a better idea on the size of a figure than just doing this. But I will do this for you anyway. Hopefully that helps. It's like he's just a little over 6 inches to the top of his head, and then obviously his hat goes a little further. I know David is pretty tall, so that might be correct. Does one of you lovely watchers want to look up how tall David Howard Thornton is and put it in the chat for me to read back through the microphone? Please and thank you. But looking at his accessories, we have his cat o' nine tails, his little homemade whip. You got the little wooden handle there. You got the little rope or twine or whatever there, and then you got the scissors and the scalpels and the, is that a pizza cutter blade? Wow. That's rough. Poor Jonathan. I think Sienna got hit with that a couple times too. And we have the table leg club. Bloody blades and nails and stuff sticking out of it. That I know was used against art. And we have the awesome flamethrower, which I don't know if they created this for the movie or if this is actually an existing thing. Just it looks cool as crap. And then we got the flame here, translucent, and it's got like a little metal post so it won't sag. Because the problem with like plastic flamethrower flame effect pieces is you'll put it in and then just gravity will just, you know, with the soft plastic, it'll just make it wilt over time. But that has a metal post going through it, and like it looks like it at least goes that far in. And we plug it in and maybe not hold on to it with the tweezers. Boom. That's awesome. We got his sunflower glasses from the Halloween shop. One of the funniest scenes. The movies aren't funny in total. Like, don't think I'm like some like twisted sicko, like cat of nine stabby things. Thanks, cat. Like, you know, the violence in the movies, while sometimes usually over the top, it's still pretty like negatively affecting. You know, I'm very empathic and often will put myself in the shoes of the victims of these movies, and I don't like how that feels. I don't do it on purpose. I don't choose to do it. It just happens. So looks like that's the kitchen knife. Okay. And just, there are scenes that are difficult to watch. Like, I can handle the gore. Like, I don't have to turn away from it, but it's like, you know, you start putting yourself in the shoes of the person art is torturing. Like, it's not fun. The kitchen knife. It's all rusty and dirty. That's gross. But David is a great improviser and comedian, and he knows when to make art threatening and terrifying, and he knows when to make him absolutely hysterical. And there are times where he is absolutely hysterical. Heck, he can even get chuckles out of the middle of some of those more harrowing scenes. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that before. It's like a hatchet, but like a chunk cut out of it or something? Yeah, I don't know. It's scary looking. That's for sure. Everything's covered in blood. Like, he's covered in blood. I guarantee you Mezco is going to make a clean one. I guarantee you my OCD is going to say, oh, I need a clean suit. I'm a little disappointed that it didn't come with the clean suit, considering how much these cost. You know, give me a clean suit and a bloody suit. Give me the option. Of course, we have his honka honka, his little bike horn. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. I'm trying. I'm squeezing. Ooh. Okay. We have a hacksaw poured on. One of the most creative horror movie kills, though. Ouch. Oh, shoot. I can't remember. Rockland Graves, his video on the first movie, he says something like the way he describes Dawn being bisected. It was just so eloquent and hilarious. I can't remember what it was now, though. I love that. Kat says, I love that artist so considerate. Makes a mess and cleans up after himself. He does the dishes. He cooks. Come on. None of the other slashers are this polite and considerate. Heck, that whole scene in the Halloween store with Sienna, at least. Poor employee just trying to do his job. But the whole bit with Sienna, it's like he was literally just trying to make her laugh. Like he wasn't trying to scare her. You know, it wasn't a Michael Myers stalking thing. Like he was trying to like get a humorous rise out of her. That's cool. We have a brain. This I definitely forgot came with him. Is it frontal lobe up here? And sorry, I'm not good with anatomy. Like cerebrum and then cerebellum. Like cerebellum? You mean the secretary in Powerpuff Girls? Miss Bellum. All right, we saw the pizza shop guy's head. We saw hands. Let's look at hands. Get one of the smaller tweezers for you. Hey, Kat, you want to look up how tall David Howard Thornton is? Please and thank you. We have a right grip hand. We have a right larger grip hand. Is this? Sorry, I'm trying to see it, and B, keep it on camera for you. Oh, honka honka. Awesome. Ow. Ooh, wow. Okay, sharp. My tweezers. The points of these are freaking sharp. Ouch. 6'2", thank you. So 6.5 inches is a little over that, but if he is 6'2", I think that's fine for 12 scale. We have a right splayed out hand. We have a right syringe hand. Oh, I love how the tip is actually, come on, like slanted. You don't often see that in action figure syringes. Usually, you know, it just comes to a point. But like the fact that they actually cut that at the correct angle, that's awesome. I don't know if these are supposed. Oh, never mind. these come out. Just be very careful to not lose them. That is awesome. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it out just because then there's no risk of breaking. We have a right scalpel hand. Ooh, stop focusing on my hand and focus on his hand, please. That's awesome. Does that come out? Oh, it does. Okay, I was worried I was like breaking the glue seal, but it does come out, and it fits in there so snugly. Oh, that is awesome. All right, again, I'm going to take it out to avoid future potential breakage. Left hands, we have a grip. Yeah, Mezco, I would definitely like a clean version. Again, larger grip. We saw it fits the horn. Again, with the price these are, would have been nice to have all clean hands and bloody hands, and clean costume and bloody costume, and clean heads and bloody head, but and I'm asking too much. Then they would have made it twice as expensive. Splayed out, left splayed out. And then, oh, cool. So we have a left syringe hand. Boom. So you can administer drugs. First you plagiarize Robo, now you're plagiarizing dead meat. Sorry guys, I'm autistic and I like repeating the things that I like about the things that I watch that I like. It's like when you quote music lyrics or movie quotes, that's all I'm doing. I'm not trying to plagiarize better channels than me. We have a maniacal face covered in blood. I have said before I don't like this type of head because there's no bottom of the skull movement where we as humans actually have that hinged. And we have a smiling looking to the left. Uh-oh, he's looking at you. And then on him in the package, we have these relaxed hands. And yes, that is makeup. Art is human. Well, art was human. Spoiler, Art the Clown does die at the end of the first movie. But then he comes back as... Oh, come on. That was good. That was so good. You ruined my moment. But then he comes back as something else. Oh, you son of a bitch. I guess I'm getting too close to the lens. Come on. So yes, in 2 and 3, he is supernatural, but then, if they weren't bloody, the tips of his fingers coming out of the fingerless, they're not quite fingerless, just like the tips of the gloves are cut off. But like his fingertips are flesh colored and his body is flesh colored underneath. I mean, we see him naked in 2 when he's doing his own laundry, and then he mops up the diarrhea the little pale girl sprayed all over the floor. So come on. He's so considerate. And yes, Kat says we will get his origin in 4. So I introduced my bestie trivia host, Kat, who I'm talking to in the chat right now. I introduced her to Terrifier. So okay, I did test the joints already off camera. I like how we have a boot that is fully tied up with a sock, and then we have a boot with a sock, but then like the tongue is like falling down, and then of course there's blood on the clown shoes, and then there's blood all over the white parts of the clown suit. And I love them. You are welcome. I'm glad you love them, because I love them. So, it also was really kind of funny is I never disliked, that sounds so weird to say. I did like, so more than enjoy, I did genuinely like the first two Terrifier movies, and then his involvement in the All Hallows Eve anthology. I did like them, but the combination of Ice Nine Kills' song, a work of art, and introducing Cat to the franchise, just like both combined, just made me fall in love. So now it's more than like, now I love the franchise and the character. So we have a ball joint. Is that a ball joint or a dumbbell? It is a dumbbell. That's awesome. Okay. So we have a dumbbell in the bottom of the neck, but because it's a solid piece, heck, Hasbro is charging less than you, Mezco, and they have separate necks with a ball joint at the bottom and a dumbbell at the top. So like you can actually get actual human movement, because like that's as far as he can look up, and he should be able to look up higher because there should be a joint right here, because human beings can move right here at the bottom of the skull. So you can look down a little, though I feel it's starting to come off of the ball joint. There we go. He's got, so it can, I'm not even going to pretend like I'm not taking the clothing off. So if I can't pull it back this far, I don't even want to guess what's in there. I'm assuming it's just a hinge and swivel, but it can come up that far. It can go all the way around, but the clothing is going to twist. So you just twist it in the opposite direction and it'll be fine. Does he have a butterfly? I feel it's sculpted, but I'm not getting a whole lot of movement out of it. So like, I feel like there is a butterfly joint, or is that just the bottom of his armpit? I think that's just the bottom of his armpit. I don't think he has a butterfly joint. I'm going to say no butterfly joint. He does have bicep swivel. So easier to show you without the sleeve getting in the way. So he does have bicep swivel. As you can see, he has double jointed pinless elbows. They come all the way up, all the way up. The hands are the, oh gosh, please don't break. I broke a very, let's see, fraction of the price of this. I broke a wrist peg of an import figure recently and had to get, but before the awesome fascist tariffs that we Americans have to pay $80 or more to get stuff from overseas. Thankfully, I got the replacement hand peg before that crap happened. It actually, I got it like a few days before, but trying to swap hands on a different figure that I am doing a review for, and an edited one. I couldn't finish that. I couldn't finish filming that video because of the broken hand. So it's good now, but so peg, hinge, peg. You see it swivels all the way around. I like to keep the visible peg through the pieces. I like to keep it like faced away. So sometimes I will put it to the inside so then you don't see it from the outside. There we go. What hands? I'm going to leave the hands off for now because I'm not sure. Oh, shoot. No, not sponsored, you bastards. I'm going to leave it off for now just until I figure out what hand I want to put on. All right. Go back to that same music. The music is Impending Doom by Erendite Studios. I purchased this piece of music. And I was trying to play my purchased MP3 on my iPad, but I can't do that and have YouTube open at the same time. So I am playing the YouTube version, but the link is already in the description. So, and I've used them for a bunch of other live streams and videos. So he's got some kind of diaphragm joint. See a little wiggle there. He can go back that far. He can go down that far. He can go side to side. Might as well pull that off too. Ooh. And then he's got like a ball joint in his waist. So you see a little hula hoop there. Try not to move the top joint. He can go there. He can go. I don't know if that did anything. The bottom joint goes back that far. The bottom joint goes forward that far. But then when you use both at the same time, he can go that far. He can go that far. He can go that far, and he can go almost all the way back. Watch out, Hermes. He's going to beat you at limbo. And then probably wear your face. His legs can, oh jeez. There we go. His legs can come out that far. Can go up that far. It cannot really go back all the way. It's hitting his butt. There is a thigh swivel. Although it may be capped. So, because it doesn't feel like it could go all the way around. Double jointed pinless knees comes all the way up, and I'm not going to plagiarize Robo there. You can go watch a Robo video after this is done, see that joke. No, I'm not even going to quote it. Foot can come up that far, can go back that far. You get tilt, and obviously rotation. It looks like there might be a okay, so it's not a dumbbell. I think it's just a ball joint coming up from the shoe, pegging into the ankle. So I was trying to if you get double movement, then there's a dumbbell. But I think it's just a ball joint. And the ball joint is in the shoe, plugging into the leg. So there is articulation and accessories. Let us swap some heads before we do. I don't know if this is how I'm going to ultimately display him, but for comparisons, I do kind of want him like cheesing at the other figures. So we're going to put the scalpel. Ooh. Although one of his comparisons is already holding a scalpel, but spoiler. Okay. Stick that there. And then something the other figure is not doing that I'm definitely going to do for this figure. Wait, or is that the tighter grip? There we go. Oh, okay. Like the hands are like rubbery. It's just I'm worried about the pegs. All right. Okay. So let's get him standing. Oh. Put him center, tweezers. I'm going to have to crawl under the table to get that figure that fell, but luckily it is not immediate comparison. I definitely will be removing the batteries from this, because never put anything in storage with batteries, because then if the batteries leak, then your electronics are ruined. So by taking the batteries out, I save the electronics. So then, even if the batteries do end up dying or leaking, I can get new batteries because they look like watch batteries. So there's the size of battery. Those little cell, the button cell batteries. Be careful pulling that out. There we go. I'm sure that's glued in. It's just the matter of pegging and inserting, not trying to do anything dirty there, did make me worry that it was either pushing it in when I was plugging it in or pulling it out when I was pulling it out. Put art sunglasses on, because I don't have any art figure with those with these sunglasses. Sorry for bumping the camera. Yes, I am even missing the Funko Pop of the. I think the sunglasses, the sunflower sunglasses Funko Pop was like it's either a Walmart or a Hot Topic exclusive that I didn't know about until after it sold out. Bag's getting kind of full. Of course, then I don't want random blood sticking up out. Okay. That I'm not going to put in there, but this I 100% will. Because if that is like sticking out, then that's like part of the fun. So that's definitely cool that you can like make your own garbage bag, as opposed to, and this is not a complaint or criticism against NECA, the Kevin Eastman Ninja Turtle figure. His garbage bag has it's like a loop of cardboard with bubble wrap in the middle, which is awesome. It's very clever. It's just with art, the fact that you can actually make your own is pretty great. So first off, we have the Trick or Treat Studios. I'm gonna have to move the camera and zoom out a little. The Trick or Treat Studios 1/6 scale, which you definitely can't see. He has problems standing. But like I said, in the Detolf that I have him in, his little bag of goodies. In the Detolf I have him in, you know, he's leaning against the back of the case, and I like that because then there's no danger of him falling forward. But then trying to get him freestanding, you can see that his ankles were a little loose. Then we have the Trick or Treat Studios 5-inch art. You got a little hacksaw. I had this since release, but then I found a second one. Where did I find it? I found a second one in a store on clearance, and I'm like, oh, I can open it because I've kept the other one sealed on the card. But his garbage bag looks a little solid, but it is actually hinged, because then you got his gun and his kitchen knife inside the bag, which is pretty fun. Something I was thinking about doing, but it definitely would have cooled or warmed up before I got to this part of the video. If you stick him in the freezer and you pull him out, blood appears all over him. So that would have been cool next to Bloody One Collective. So I did grab the Bloody Funko Pop. And then it is a Lego body, but it is not an official release. At Flashback Chicago, there was a table for STL Brick Fanatics, and I absolutely recommend. Oh, there you go. There's a promo code for you. I don't know if it's still valid because this was the beginning of August, the first weekend in August, but buy 5, get 1 free. Go to stlbrickfanatics.com. Not sponsored, but they make custom Lego figures, and of course, I had to get an art And they're really cheap too. They're like, and well, they're affordable. I will say that. I will say they are affordable because mini review here, they are not cheap. That is not a sticker. That is not a water slide decal. That is exactly like how Lego prints on their bodies. Threeps and I were trying to figure out how the heck they do this, because this is literally like an official Lego. But obviously, Lego's not going to make this. Lego won't make like tanks or like bomber jets, because Lego doesn't want to be associated with the violence. So yeah, Lego was definitely not going to make this. STL Brick Fanatics did, and it is phenomenal. I don't know why I don't know why that's a little loose. That I didn't have that issue before. So, and that's not it's not a criticism against them. It's just, you know what? I think that's glued down. I'm not going to try. Yeah. So that's a Lego. That is exactly a Lego that has been turned into Art the Clown. Obviously, I'm going to have to drop it back down because I don't have any other 12-inch figures, but I had to bring 12-inch art out. That sounds super dirty. Let me pull my 12-inch art out. Funko Pop, if I didn't say, sorry. Then you already could see. Come on. Come on. Mezco 1/12 Collective. Ghostface Lives. If you did not watch that live stream, please do so after this one is done. That is on the channel. TMNT Casey Jones. If you did not watch that live stream, that is on the channel. I was having an issue. Like, I had him in like this crouched down pose, and he, like with his golf bag. You can't see that, with his golf bag on his back, and he didn't tip for anything. But like trying to get him to stand straight up, I don't remember having that issue in the video. Maybe I did and I forgot about it because I put him in such a dynamic pose. But wanting to get an accurate height comparison here, I needed him straight up and down. Not a live stream, but one of my very first edited videos. Bartholomew Vex from Mezco's Rumble Society, but also 1/12 Collective. And then he has not made any, well, he's made appearances in videos. I never made a video of him, just because it was before I started making toy videos. I had been uploading art time lapses, but my very first Mezco 1/12 Collective, the David Harbour Hellboy. Darn you, Monty, for tempting me to get that. I did enjoy the movie. I did enjoy David Harbour in the role. The movie is not great, but it... No, I've said it before. You can see it in other videos where it's like, I've already expressed my feelings on why I do like that movie, as bad as it is. So, Mezco 1/12 Collective. Then I have brought him in other videos and have said that it is one of my favorite action figures of all time. I'm going to push the table back just so I can get up and get around it. And you can already see him on the side there. Because I don't want to sound like a hipster, but it's like, I've been with Mezco since before they turned into expensive soft goods figures. Although there is soft goods with this figure. And as under-articulated as he is, like I said, it is still one of my favorite action figures of all time. The Mezco comic book Hellboy. though I am very excited for the Boss Fight Studios ones. I'm also a little bummed that the Boss Fight Studios ones, at least from the measurements they gave us, seem to be the same size as these, which is not 1/12 scale. But I brought some older, as old as Hellboy, so 2005, 2006, but I brought some older Mezco figures because I was like, well, if I'm doing Mezco, and I usually do bring this Hellboy out when I do 1/12 Collective, but the South Park Professor Chaos and the Family Guy Evil Monkey. Oh, you jerk. All right. Hang on. BRB. I had to crawl under the table. And the microphone is still attached to me, so you get to hear me grunt and huff. I wanted to bring other murderous clowns, so the Funko Mystery Mini Twisty from American Horror Story, the NECA Toonie Terrors, Tim Curry Pennywise with a crooked balloon, and Bill Skarsgård Pennywise. Twisty fell off the table, so I had to crawl under to get him back. Then we have two DC Direct figures. I'm sure you could tell by the shoe that made a little sneak peek there, but the DC Direct Hush Joker. And this is DC Direct. This is not a McFarlane reproduction. DC Direct Batman the Animated Series Joker. And David Howard Thornton does a really great impression of Mark Hamill's Joker. And not that he should do it, should he be chosen, but DHT really, 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 really wants James Gunn to cast him as Joker in the new James Gunn DC universe, the cinematic universe, which I would not have an issue with. All right, then don't do that. Stop it. I was trying to zoom out, but not all the way out, you jerk. All right, well, every time I touch the screen, it just keeps zooming in. The McFarlane Toys Spawn Clown. I had to, come on. The NECA, instead of Michelangelo. Bill Skarsgård Pennywise. We have the usual Hasbro, Marvel Legends, comic book Deadpool. I'm never gonna show you guys his front. Like there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing risque about it. It's just ever since I had the idea to put Bagman's Kick Me sign on Deadpool's back, yeah. I told you guys that because I was using this Deadpool, the boxer shorts Deadpool with a food item and the blue like squirt gun Desert Eagle with the Kick Me sign on his back. Because I was using my display version, I had to take him out of the pose that I have him on the shelf. That is the remote control from Mezco 1/12 Collective Ghostface. So thank you, Ghostface, for giving me a real TV remote. I got a second one just for toy comparisons. Back when I had a full-time job and full-time income, I got a second one that I could use only for comparisons, so I could keep my default display one in in his cheeky pose. So yeah, there's nothing dirty about the front. It's just I like the kick me sign a lot. Sorry, we're almost done. Jack Pacific, Super Mario. I couldn't think of another, like, I feel like there is a Mario villain that kind of looks like a clown, but I definitely don't have it, if they even made a figure of it. The Super 7 Silverhawks Ultimates Bluegrass and Sideman. I'm going to start putting a new figure in my comparisons just because it was my #1 figure of 2024, and it gives us a new manufacturer to use as comparison. So the Fresh Monkey Fiction Operation Monster Force. Oh, God. Delta Urban Operations Trooper. It's a vampire soldier, but it's 12th scale. Mattel DC Universe Classics Joker was actually in my sell bin, but because I had not yet sold him, I was like, ooh, because I couldn't figure out a He-Man character that would be a clown. I mean, maybe Beast Man with his with his white and blue face paint, but I was like, wait, I have a Mattel clown, and it's a murderous clown. The Diamond Select Toys Nightmare Before Christmas Mini-Mates clown with the tearaway face. The Funko reaction, because they were half the price with double the articulation. Now they're twice the price with half the articulation with Super 7, but the Funko reaction Bill Skarsgård Pennywise, 1/18 scale figure. Like, well, where's Mafex Batman? You know, where's Ben Affleck's Snyder Cut Justice League Batman? Of course, I'm not going to bring a Batman to a murderous clown comparison. Of course, it's going to be another Joker. The Medicom Mafex Hush Joker, which, yeah, sorry DC Direct, but that looks like Jim Lee's. Medicom's looks like Jim Lee's art. Yours does not, though I do really like the fact that he has an articulated mouth. But this is not a review. Obviously, I love this. Obviously, I'm just only going to say nice things about this. And yes, you should go buy it, and you should go buy it from Howard's. Sorry, Howard's Collectible Media. The link is already in the description, and it says Howard's Collectible Media. So it is on eBay, but it is MSRP, manufacturer suggested retail price. You will actually pay less for this figure through Howard and his eBay page than I did through Mezco, because Mezco charged me shipping and Howard is offering free shipping. Plus, I think I saw that eBay is even offering a $5 off coupon. So go click that Howard's Collectible Media link in my description. He is not sponsoring. He just was nice enough to help a complete and utter stranger out on the internet asking for pictures of merchandise that they weren't going to buy. So he's great. Go save $5. I'm assuming the eBay coupon that he still gets paid full, but eBay eats the discount for you to save that $5. Free shipping. Like I said, the estimated shipping that eBay was giving me when I went to that link said from New York to Chicago, Saturday to Tuesday. That's pretty fast. Free shipping, $5 off MSRP. Definitely go buy that from Howard. Yeah, and then if you like my Terrifier the Animated Series artwork, go get some merch at my Threadless link. That is in the description as well. There is the sale prices for that. That's pretty good. $12.50 for a shirt. You can't get you can't get shirts for $12.50. Like this I got from Hot Topic, and it was priced at $27. But when I went to the site, one of those annoying pop-ups of, if you sign up for our newsletter, we'll give you 30% off. So I'm like, I already was signed up for your newsletter. Are you really going to give me the coupon again when I unsubscribed the first time? And they gave me the 30% off. Plus, because my birthday was a few weeks ago, I had a $5 birthday reward. This cost me $14.96 after tax. And I was able to do a pickup at the local mall. So I would not have paid $27 for this, but I got it for under 15, literally under 15. It was $14.96 or $14.97. I can show you the receipt. I have to. But yeah, you can get my artwork, my art of art, Fighting Sienna, for $12.50. I don't know what shipping is. I don't think it's free. I'm sorry, but help support me. I don't get any, like the amount I earn from sales on my Threadless shop is so minuscule. Anytime I make a sale, I don't notice it because it's so little money. So, but at the very least, you're supporting me by parading my artwork around town in public. So go do that. That link is in the description as well. YouTube is absolutely cruel against microscopic channels like mine. The easiest, freest way that you can help me out is not only by watching my videos beginning to end, but if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. If you can give the video a thumbs up, click the little thumbs up button, please. That helps me out. Again, not financially. I need 500 subscribers to do YouTube memberships, and then 1,000 subscribers to actually get monetization out of my videos. Which, even if I can get there, when I only get like maybe 100 views on a video at best, that's going to result in pennies. So I don't ever think that I would ever become someone who can, buy their house with what they made from YouTube or buy fancy sports cars. Like, that'll never happen to me. But, if you can help me out, share my channel, share my videos with your friends, your nerdy friends who like serial killer clowns, and awkward autistic dweebs just rambling on and on about unimportant nerdy shit, please. So like, share, comment, subscribe is all free. DHT's facial expressions are what make art so fun and likable. 100%. Yeah. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Those are all free. Again, if you like my artwork, please head over to my Threadless shop. Again, I don't make any money from those, but the idea with people who get success out of stuff like this or YouTube is when word of mouth is spread and a lot of people are into it, that all adds up. So not saying that, if you go buy one single t-shirt, you're not making a difference, but really you are, because then if someone sees that shirt and likes it and goes, "Where'd you get that?" and you tell them you got it at my shop, then they go get one, and then someone likes their shirt. "Where'd you get that?" If you don't like Terrifier, why are you watching this video? But B, you may find other shirts on there for $12.50 for the Labor Day sale that you like just as much. I have a Midoriya My Hero Academia shirt. It says Plus Ultra on it. That was one of my newer additions. I have a whole Scranton collection. If you go in the left toolbar, you scroll down, you'll see like men's, women's, kids, like accessories and home goods. And then there's a link that should say collections. If you click collections, you'll see Scranton, PA. There's a whole bunch of office shirts. There's That's What She Said. There's What Kind of Bear is Best, False, Black Bear, Bears Beats Battlestar Galactica. Like it's Jim in his Dwight gear. Dwight, you ignorant slut. No, God, no. There's a bunch of Stanley ones where you've been meatballed, or did I stutter? So yeah, go check out my merch. It doesn't have to be shirts. You can get magnets or throw pillows. Yeah, thanks so much. I very much appreciate it. Again, never hollow words. I wholeheartedly appreciate from the bottom of my heart every single last person who watches my videos and likes my stupid crap. So thank you. It really, really means a lot to me. Stay safe. TTFN. Patreon. If you click the social media, the support and swag link in the description, if you want to be a patron. So there's a baseline where you get to look at all behind the scenes artwork, or there's the second tier gets you custom art. And when I procrastinate and forget, or just can't due to weather or money, send you the physical piece, then what's going to happen is I'm going to draw you more pieces of artwork that I know you'll love, but you didn't ask or pay for. And then I'm going to send that with everything. So you'll actually benefit in the long run by my awful just ADHD, procrastination, depression, overwhelm. I don't want to draw at all. You benefit from that, because then I'm just going to go overboard and give you more art than you actually ended up paying for in the first place. So I'm sorry, but you're welcome. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Stay safe. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.